Hello, great fellow countrymen. Welcome again to Joe Ink Space. My good name is Wambura, alias Joseph Blessed. Now, we are having the new sensational comedy online called Heha Movers. You know, the Heha Movers is a newly launched viral comedic sensation of the Kenyan social media. You know, it's like it's a fake agency. I don't want these guys to find me by me calling them fake agents. You know, these are guys who are a bit satirical skit, you know, credited to internet, you know, personality from Kibra, who previously went viral for high-end website designers. You know, this guy, there was this date they created some video, and somehow in a very dark enclosure, you know, telling people that, you know, we are professional web designers. Please, if you come, make sure that you come alone. No, the viral sensation was all about, you know, this duo who has taken the internet by storm under the Heha Group banner, you know, creating parody promotions videos targeting influence, you know, Nairobi neighborhoods like, you know, Westland, Yaya, and Kitusuru mostly. So their comedy revolves around, you know, refreshingly straightforward, you know, yet hilarious, you know, sketch relocation services, of course, with the name branded Heha Movers. But now here are some of their sensational, you know, comedy. How do they bring their comedy up? You know, they're these kind of people who are gonna take you know what, you just give us the keys and then just go your way. You're gonna come and find we've relocated, you know, your property to a new location. You know, they're like, you know, to achieve a key, just leave us the keys, and they tell the class to just give them, you know, the house keys and go to work, promising to handle everything appropriately. Now, here is the catch. In their skits, they boldly demand your computer passwords and self combination, you know, leading to the running joke that you might help or run away with your own missing belongings instead of actually moving. You know what renders, you know, the comic bit of it, or rather what gives their skit a bit more comical, is their face, how they look. You know, from the looks you're able to tell these things, they look like goons, but again, these are people who have been there in the industry for the longest time. I'm gonna play the video of these people, you know, being interviewed by one of the media personality. I guess this was from Citizen TV. Of course, guys, while I'm doing this video, I just want to comment, or rather maybe give the courtesy to Citizen TV YouTube, because this is where I'll be sharing the video for this reaction. And by the way, as I'm headed to playing this video, I would just like to say that, you know, out of their all the services that they offer, these people, they seem to have measured lately on, you know, moving people from one place to the other. It should be remembered that these people, they have not only, you know, been able to do the comic skits alone. Lately, they seemingly to have been backing, you know, brands left, right, and center. Recently, they did a video with, you know, Murage of the Modern Pacific, you know, furnitures, and at some point, I saw them with the, you know, the Kabu, the guy dealing with, the guy for Bonfire Adventures, you know. Seemingly, these people are really doing so well. So their full services lately is that they joke that they will even cook for you and set up your electronics, making them favorite punchline for the creators and even politicians. So guys, I mean, I'm going to play this video so that you look at it prior to us taking it over to the next level. Look at this and get to listen what they're saying.
Hii biashara ulianza lini? Hiyo biashara tumeanza kitambo sana. Kuanzia time yenye Kibaki hapo kwa kiti. Unaona? Tulikuwa tuna deal na watoto. Kwanza walemavu sana. Tuna deal na walemavu, kuna zile ma wheelchairs ambao tulikuwa tunawamekea juu hatuwezi buy wheelchair, unaona?
You know, these guys have been there for the longest. I mean, okay, well, according to what they're saying right now is that they've been there since 2002, which we are not so sure about them. How then can you trust Heha Movers? But according to the rumors on the ground, people are like, these are people who have existed in the industry for the longest time, And at some point, I did hear people saying online, you know, when it's your time to shine, I mean, God just goes to the main switch and turn it on. Like this time around, I think this is the only time these people have to make sure that they capitalize the opportunity. They make sure that they're going viral to an extent that they can. Make sure that they are, maybe perhaps I'm praying that they're able to get good managers who gonna link them with the proper brands, you know, and also be able to manage their finances properly. Within this period of time, these people can actually be able to capitalize on on their sensation, or rather on their trend. They're really gonna bag good money. So let's continue listening to Mr. CEO. By the way, Wahio is the CEO of the Heha Movers, while the other guy, I really can't remember his name, but I know him as the HR of the Heha Movers, who ensures that all the affairs are, you know, revolving around moving and making sure that the equipment, or rather the property, arrive at your new place is in place. This guy is they're just top notch. However, in as much as the duo are the face of this Heha, you know, movers, we're still having other members, you know, a good number of group of them. And actually, upon being interviewed, you know, Wahio, the CEO for Heha Movers, you know, admits that they're actually a good number, about 100 people. So maybe perhaps to facilitate the moving, I don't know. So that is Heha for you. Let's listen to Mr. Heha.
Kuna mwingine tumempatia bakora juu ni mzee, yani amezeka level yenye hata huyo haitaki ni aje bakora, hana wajukuu na nini, watoto wake wote wamemtoka. Unaona sasa inapata ni aje waze kama hao sisi hatugongagi wiki bila hatujawatembele juu hivi ndo last time watu walikana mtu amededi 2 weeks ago kwa nyumba wallahi juu jirani atembelee jirani. Hiyo ni maisha mbaya sana. Inafaa ujue jirani yako ameingia aje ama anatoka aje ama amekula nini. Tusipojuliana hali tutakuwa tunaelekea wapi?
Sawa, wacha tuongelee HR. Wewe kama HR, naam, kazi yako ni nini kwa hii Heha Movers?
Kazi yangu ni kucontrol, kuchukua hizo matenda na kuhakikisha mali ya mtu imefika. Na kama pesa imeingia kwa secretary, mimi ndo nafaa nikuwe ni kabla rodi itoke. Pesa inafaa ihakikishwe imelipwa.
So this is the guy that I'm talking about. So this is our HR, okay? So this is the guy that handles all the matters to do with, you know, making sure that, you know, your items arrive at your new destination. So make sure that you do business properly with this guy. Now, apparently Heha Movers, they're dealing with so many services until I am confused. I mean, when you ask them what they actually do, they will mention almost the entire services on this planet. I mean, at some point they're dealing with web designing, you know, but remember these are guys who are just seated somewhere with no specific, you know, items or other equipment to run the web design. So you wonder, how are you guys running the web design, yet you do not have specific equipment to run these things? Well, they call where they sit as data room. So data room, that is where they do their web designing. So these people, when you count the kind of services they're offering, they offer web designing, they do moving. When you want to move and you book them, they're going to come and move you to your new place. What else do they do? They say that they also deliver cars, and I mean, they do a lot of things. You're going to mention some other things, because when you want to study about the Heha Movers, you're going to get confused. So maybe long story short is, well, we all understand that the industry is not easy, be it in the music, be it in the comic industry, be it in the maybe modeling. We all understand it's not really easy, especially if you're trying to run this on your own. So I have to give the flowers where due. I am told that this guy called Nick Big Fish, one of the most famous, pranksters in Nairobi, this is the guy who has actually been able to tap, or rather to harness their talent and maybe be able to bring them to the limelight. So through the interview with this media personality from the Citizen TV, this guy confessed that now the CEO of Heha, Mr. Wahio himself, confesses that Nick Big Fish has so many times, linked them with very, 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 very many, brand deals. And he confesses that he's continuing to bring them to a bigger exposure, ensuring that these people, they are able to get you know they're able to get these brand deals and so many times. So this is the guy that I'm talking about. For you guys who have been fans of pranksters in Nairobi, you're able to tell that this guy has been really doing so well in the prankster industry. So this guy is their current manager per se, according to how they have confessed in an interview on Citizens TV. However, there's no story that trends on social media without a controversy, So I was reading online, and I read somewhere that there is this guy called Director Trevor, who has been really good as social media strategist, who was behind, who was behind Eve Mungai, making, or rather blowing up to the internet. He was also behind, the success of, Goliath, Gen Z Goliath, the guy who the tallest guy, okay, so far considered in Kenya. so he's a social media strategist, in short. So this is the post that he did on his Instagram account. I'm gonna read this loudly. He says that I want to help Heha Movers find serious investors who can come in and help turn the business into property structured, professional, and scalable moving company. And then he proceeds saying that if Heha Movers are interested in exploring this, get in touch with me. I would love to help, or rather make a connection to explore what you build. What you build. Yes, what you can build, sorry. But now this has gotten a bit of backlashes online. You guys understand how the Kenyans operate. After this post, Director Trevor really got a backlash from netizens, claiming that this guy want to tap to this talent, and they're like, you know what, we know you are an opportunist, and this snip, I did get it from some social media, saying that Director Trevor clears the air on Heha Movers, saying his goal is to bring potential investors on board, not take over Nick Big Fish role. Remember guys, Nick Big Fish is this guy who has been in a position to bring Heha Movers on the limelight. So this guy, we have never had his part of the story, but after the backlash, Trevor is like, you know what, I'm not trying to overtake Nick Big Fish, rather, I just want to come on board and be able to assist and making sure that our brothers, are able to bag serious investors, serious, brand deals, and all by the end of the day, just to make sure that this guy are bagging something out of their talent. I do not know what you think, guys, about this. Do you think the Trevor way is the way to go, or Heha Mover should stick with Nick Big Fish to continue managing their brand? What do you think, guys? I would love to hear that in the comment section, and maybe perhaps yeah, I'm going to like I would like to hear what you think in the comment section. But prior to that, I think I'm gonna replay these the Heha Movers interviews, get to listen to them, what are they saying, and then we revamp to our completion of the video. Let's get to listen what's happening here.
Angalau tupange ma security, tupange vijana wetu. Unajua pia
nini mkono mtupu ulambu, unaona. Lazima pia ukikuja kwa kazi kuwe na moral kidogo, unaona. So mimi nahakikishanga customer wetu amepay first ndo afanyiwe service.
Heha Movers. Hiyo biashara as a moving entity iko sawa. Kuna zile entities zingine mmeanzisha in a very short time. Mlikuwa mnahamisha watu, juzi nasikia mnapeana loan, mko na web designers, alafu tena mko na meditators ama meditation.
Mediators yote.
Haya, hii mediators mnadu nini?
Si kuna vile tuna mentor wase nyeni aje. Wewe kama bibi yako akusikia ama mtu anakugongea bibi.
Unapigwa na bibi yako.
Kama unapigagwa na bibi yako. Na siku hizi hizo mavitu watu wanakula hizo masujiki na ice hizi. Inafanya maboy wanapigwa mpaka na mabibi. Juu sasa wewe hauwezi kula chapati moja. Bibi amepika mfuko moja chapati. Wewe si hata unaona cheza nje.
Wallahi.
Na hiyo ni vita tayari kwa nyo.
You see, when you think that Heha Movers are just in the business of moving people from point A to point B, these people are like, no, we are almost doing everything in town. You know, we do the mediation work. If you guys are having issues, you know, someone has grabbed your shamba, just bring them to us. You know, your girlfriend is cheating on you, the boyfriend is cheating on you, just bring them to me. And what else? If your boyfriend is not perhaps maybe giving you money, just take that boyfriend to Heha Movers. These people, they're saying that, and their rule is just one. If you want to come for our services, make sure just you come alone. They also, by the way, give out loans according to how they they claim that they also have the, you know, the loan benefits. If you want to access financials, make sure that you reach out to them and you're able to get, you know, services really big time. But most of the time, they want, when you want to go for the loan, make sure that you carry, if you want to borrow 1,000, make sure that you carry 5,000 alongside with you. And they say that you must go alone. Do not carry, you know, do not carry anyone along. You go alone.
Sasa ina support ni aje mayouth tunawaleta tunawamenta. Waseni aje wacheni hizo madrugs. Pigeni zoezi. Kuna supu hapa, hata tumemesha ndizi huko, kuna ujipawa. Watu wakunywa ujipawa bana.
Tuna nini mpaka njoo.
Bana, hebu imagine ujipawa ni do ngapi? Alafu one ice kitu moja kama mchele moja ama mbili.
Inauzwa 1,000.
Unaambiwa 3,000. Wewe ulikaa kutoka juzi ya ujakula na umepeana 3,000 sahi. Wewe unaelekea wapi bana? Unaona?
So nyinyi kama web designers, hapa tuko data room. Asioni anything yenye na show enyewe nyinyi ni ma web designers. Kazi mnaipiga aje?
Tunaipiga.
Kwa ufupi si tunaitwa maauta. Auta si tuna deal na kila kitu na si lazima uone shughuli zetu.
Wewe
tunaona hizo kuangalia vitu zetu ndio kuharibu mambo. Kitu wa kwanza si tunaamini bana na uporaji. Watu wanaweza tupora na tuko na mali nyingi sana.
Unaona
kazi yetu tumeanza kufanya kuanzia serikali ya Kibaki mpaka saa hii. Wewe unadhania tumehamisha watu wangapi? Tushaekea watu wangapi?
Mpaka South Africa tunaitwa kujeni mtuhamishe.
Ndio hivyo.
Wasulu unaona wa South Africa wanajua sisi ndo Heha
Movement.
Heha
Movement. Heha.
Wahio
Heha Movement.
Bas, kama utaki kuhama na tushatolewa order, unafaa uhame wewe tafadhali. Kabla utuone.
Usikue tu tunabishana kwa vitu zingine.
Kabla utuone, unajua?
Now, rule number 1 for Heha Movers: if you mistakenly made a call to them to come in, like they move you to a different place, you will not move. Or rather, maybe just midway you happen to change your mind, like, you know what, I do not want to move. They're gonna move you forcefully. They're gonna make sure that you move. And if you don't want to move, for example, I saw another video whereby, you know, they went to move someone who had made a call to them that, you know what, I just want to move, and they went. So when they arrive at the premise, and you know, this guy is like, okay, I changed my mind, I'm not gonna move to today, because where I was moving to, you know, the house is still, is still under renovation. And these people, they're like, you know what? We offer painting services, so they're gonna paint while you already inside. So okay, purely understand this is a skit, but how the skit went is that they go ahead, they make sure that they pack. And by the way, one funny thing with Heha Movers, when they come to move you, they're gonna use your own resources. So like when they went to Murage Furniture, of course this is a skit, but I want to commend this guy for being smart. Whoever is directing them, this guy is really working so big time, because whenever they want to move you, they're gonna use the available resources in your premises to move you. So this time around, they go to move, Murage, Modern Pacific Furniture, and they want to move, it's like, they want to do a delivery. They make sure that they pick the seats that they want to deliver, and then guess what? Outside there was some, some car, like the small lorry, and that is the vehicle that they used to to move the equipment. So with Heha Movers, there's no change of mind. If you decide to move, you're gonna move. They're gonna come and move directly. There's no changing of mind. They're like, oh no, we go.
Si tumelipwa tukubumburushe, wewe ujidu ukanyage bigibigi, na kama unataka kwenda kwa nyumba ijapakwa rangi, bado tuko na watu wa kukupakia hiyo nyumba rangi.
Ndio hivyo tutapaka na lazima.
Kama hauna watu wa kukuwekea gypsum, tunakuwekea mpaka gypsum.
Ndio hivyo.
Kama una watu wa kukuwekea tiles, tunakuwekea tiles.
Kama haijawekwa plumber,
maplamba wote tuko nayo, kwanzia CEO tunadeal na kila kitu. Kama gari yako imededi, tunaiamusha. Tuko na watu wanajenga engine, kuamusha engine mpaka body. Sawa? Kwanzia gearbox yote tuna change. Kwanza gearbox ya Volkswagen tunaweza nini na Benz. Na inaingiana.
Mmesema mtaka kuhamisha mse. Kama ako na safe awapatie password.
Kabisa.
Mbona mnahitaji password? Password
si ndio lazima tuone safe yako imebeba nini.
Usiseme ulikuwa na milioni 2.
Nini ukuje upige safe yako shoka hapa alafu tuitanie. Na hiyo pia hatuwezi
hatuwezi fanya biashara kama hiyo.
So biashara mnapiga na mtu mmoja. Mnasema mtu mmoja peke yake afuje.
Kama ni loan kuja chukua peke yako. Jua huyo mtu wa pili huyo. Kwa mtu wa pili huyo
akuja kutia.
Anaweza itana mchome room yetu anoti. Bwana.
Watu wanapeana reviews gani based on the business that you're doing?
Yani unapata, yani hawase unajua ni kuridhika, wanaridhika.
Section. The first comment is ukiwaita hakuna kuchange mind. Reviews ziko police station kwa OB. Kwanzia tudungwe zile vaccine za corona, we've never been the same. Heha Movers, na shukuru vitu zilifika lakini sijui ziko wapi. Vitu zilifika lakini sijui ziko wapi jameni. Yo, I don't know why this screen is a bit, I think I should enlarge it like this. I don't know, let me see what's happening. Yeah, sure, there we go. So, this is what is happening. Okay, another comment in the comment section is that next year kuna mtu anaenda Sugoi, nitalipa delivery. And then, what are the replies here? And then that is all about the loves. And then these who are reminded that this comment, no name was mentioned, so you also have a person moving to Sugoi, leave alone that one. And then there is another, I'm looking for the funny comments, you guys will be able to know how crazy Kenyans can be. And then they're like, mchana usiku ni Ruto, kumbavu achana na huyo, ni matusi tupu. CEO macho ziko red juu hulalagi, anakuanga akipanga strategy ya kampuni daily. But then there's something that you're gonna realize, you've observed with this, they were here, the Heha CEO. Heha CEO, his eyes are not always, open. I do not know what is happening, because Heha CEO, Mr. Wahio, you will never see him like this. Heha Movers Wahio, I do not know what Heha Movers CEO drinks before he can actually come for for the shoot, but this guy is just something else. Okay, let's proceed with the comment section. Ruiru nayo nimeona iko na Heha Removers. Si tulisema don't judge book by its cover. Heha Movers wapewe kazi. Comedy aside, the folks are well-informed intellectuals. They are very smart. But if you think that comment was, a success to this guy, listen to the reply. How can you know when you yourself aren't smart? Come on, that guy was so savage. Hii season nayo ni ya mamamba. Okay, guys, I don't know what they mean by mamamba, but I guess I tend to understand mambas are considered to be the, people just looking somehow vulgar, just by the look of things, they just look how they want to look. They're just the way they were. I am so happy. I don't know what I'm laughing about, guys, but guess what? These comments, they're just killing me. Mtu alilalamika net haishiki, mkachukua tenje. Guys, remember also, Heha Movers are not only dealing with deliveries, these guys are also dealing with internet fixation. So if you want internet services, they also offer the same. CEO anakaa Tupac. 1.6 suit ni kama walienda kuhamisha State House. Okay, I know for those who have not watched the entire video might not relate to what this comment means. At some point, the interviewer asked these guys, the reason behind their clothing and why they put on such kind of, baggy, outfits. And this guy was like, their suits, they get them from abroad, okay? They get them from abroad, and therefore they're not just locally made suits. So at some point, some people are making jokes online that, their inspiration is from the former deputy president Rigathi Gachagua, and these people are like, you guys are crazy, man. We don't even buy our suits from Africa. We import our suits. So therefore, no one should, call us out for having this kind of baggy shoots. And by the way, the CEO for Heha Movers, he's saying that his suit is going for 1.6 million, and the other guy, the HR for Heha Movers, has said that his suits go for around 600 to 800,000 Kenyan shillings. So Heha Movers wana kumove, unabaki hohehahe. Actually, there's someone who was saying that these men are very intelligent, but they were unlucky during their time. What do you mean they were unlucky during the time? Maybe perhaps, it's said that these people have taken really so long time to blow up. But guess what? I personally believe this is their right time. Some other comment is like, niko kwa flow, Kibra, kila mtu ni mgonjwa. Then ukitaka loan ya Bob, uende na Bob tano. So walijulikana majuu kwanza ndio Kenya tuwajue. Enyewe kumweka Kenya ni kujitakia. Shughulika na sahani yako ya pilau, wachana na yangu ya githeri. That's so hilarious. Nimesikia tuache drugs. Ama nime overthink. Okay, I purely relate this comment because when you look the CEO of Heha Movers, he seems to be always on something. But, he seems to be always on something, but guess what, guys? I think the comments are really so many that I cannot be able to read all of them. But what you need to understand, guys, is these guys have really worked their efforts so hard that we really need to support them. If they're having, I do not know whether these guys have a YouTube account. If they do have one, kindly go support them. And also someone else to be accoladed is Nick Big Fish. This guy has done exceedingly well that we cannot afford to, to sideline him upon the success of Heha Movers. I'm going to stop at that point. I was your host, Wambura alias Joseph Blessed. Allow me play the entire interview so that you can be able to watch to the end. That will be it, guys. As I wait to play this interview, I'm going to request you to make sure that you support this channel by subscribing, make your comment, and we're going to really appreciate your support, guys. So here we go. All the best as you finish watching this hilarious interview.
So kuna wase wanasema hii ni content tu mnapiga. Heha Movers, sidhani kama mna move watu kutoka
huyo jamaa huyo ni mlevi, hakuwa amelala.